Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Tonight, we kick off Week 3 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone, and he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. They'll run here with a rookie second-round pick, Kenneth Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you can dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Pickett. And he's got his target, Harris. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
And this is something you don't see too much of. Fullbacks trying to stretch the field. But he does a nice job there getting lost out in space and comes up with a really nice gain.
Walker now at 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
But you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They said hello in a big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. There's a nice move, and they'll work this down inside the 30.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Trying the left side with Walker. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
When you play really good run defense, when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Pickett. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Drop behind the line on a nice play by Deion Jones.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
On 2nd and 15 now. Pickett looking for Pickens. He's got him on the out route. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. George Pickens with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Rolling to his right. It'll be a loss of 15 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up.
And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake.
That is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The Steelers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Pickett now on first down. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Walker. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try to keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Throw out wide to Walker. Finding room at midfield.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Dialing up another pass here. Pickett.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Going for it on 4th down. Here's Pickett.
Steps away to his left. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. In motion is Grant. On 1st down, Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. That one is caught by Hunt.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Watson. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Chubb is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Now Cade York for the extra point.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he's got room. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 31 yards there and a first down. Not only an explosive play, but an explosive run. I mean, broken tackles along the way to pick up that yardage.
The way things kept churning for him, feet were moving, the legs were driving. Looks like someone who spent his offseason working on hill work, running through sand, all the things that you want to build up those leg muscles.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
After the interception, here's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And he is going to get the first down, it looks like, as he's up to the 12. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. At first glance, I wasn't sure he got it. Then I saw that spot. Definitely a first down.
It was, but boy, on the other side, you disputed a little bit, wouldn't you? Okay, if you're playing defense, are you sure he got there? But that's why they tell you all the time, don't just get what you need, get a little bit more and take the decision out of the hands of the officials.
Oh, there he needed a yard. He got a yard and maybe an inch. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Watson now to throw. Out to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Hunt. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump-off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. The final shot before the break. Watson. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have the show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the 3rd quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And Chubb will try the middle here. And some room to roam now. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 22. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The former Buckeye, Cameron Hayward, able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. Touchdown! Amari Cooper, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns have taken the lead. Now, he's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. If you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, Charles, you and I said with intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try and move that ball down the field for an answering score.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Now Pickett.
Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Pickett sets up play action. Across the formation, he hits Austin. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Off play action, Pickett.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down.
He'll let it fly for Austin. And it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off.
And the Browns are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure, he's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
He's got a man, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
In motion is Grant. Watson just beating the play clock. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Watson. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started. They will look to flush the memory of that pick six as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the fourth quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Watson.
Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. On the counter, Hunt, and not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Flush to his right. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
To throw on second is Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
They fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air.
And now Watson throws another interception.
It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it second down. Here's Watson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Watson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
In motion is Grant. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. He finds his man. Complete. That's Grant. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Watson on 1st down. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, it's Watson.
Downfield throw tip, but he still got it.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 36. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this
this case, down a couple of scores, want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Watson.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. The 40, the 30, the 20, 10, 5, and he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes? Oh, yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turns.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Browns. Jakeem Grant, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Browns have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now the Browns will use the first of their three timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Going up top. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. Now the Steelers use the second of their three timeouts. And with that, they're down to one remaining here in this second half. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown.
2 yards on the touchdown there.
And the Steelers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
York now for the extra point.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator.
Oh, it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game.
Greedy Williams picks it off.
And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. One last throw here for Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Steelers, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons.